Can I not do this with a trident? What's up, agents? Zero here. Welcome back to some more SMP 2. This is episode 2. If you remember, last time I went ahead and got started on the realm, and I built myself a little bit of a witch hut to go ahead and get myself situated. This episode, I'm actually starting things off on my redstone testing world because I actually have a machine that I want to go ahead and build on the server. I went ahead and put together this automatic AFKable bamboo farm. Now, I actually have the random tick speed set to 100, which is why it's actually growing as fast as it is. It does not actually legitimately grow this fast. And so, yeah, this is the basic design. So I've got myself a minecart that goes ahead and goes across the track every single time that the bamboo is harvested. Obviously, it's a minecart with a hopper in it. And then when it comes back, it's going to dispense everything into this water stream, which is going to basically send all the bamboo down into these chests right here. And I've already collected quite a bit so far. And this is obviously going to end up using a ton of resources. And I went ahead and got in the realm not too long ago and got myself a bunch of redstone. I went ahead and got myself quartz. I went to the nether with Tiger Fighter recently, so I got quartz, so I will be able to not only make the observer that's up here, but also the comparators that's going to end up being down under here, so I at least have those resources. So let's not waste any more time and get onto the realm. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and say right now that this episode is actually going to be going over several days, which is something I don't do quite often, but I figured that for this particular series, that would probably be the best option so I can get a lot of work done per individual episode. So yeah, let's go ahead and get onto the actual realm itself. Okay, so to start things off, I went ahead and put together a storage system, and apparently my redstone sign is not there. I'm not entirely sure why that is. I did technically put that there in between episodes, but I also went ahead and got myself a bird. I went ahead and got myself a gray bird named Salt. You guys might remember him from a previous series. However, I also went ahead and got myself a cat. This is a black cat. His name is Salem. I figured since I'm living in a witch's hut, I thought a black cat would actually make the most sense. I spent a lot of time trying to end up finding this particular color. So yeah, that's going on. So apparently things have been happening since the last episode. I'm not entirely sure who's all responsible for doing all this stuff, but apparently, so it says, hey there, the rules have joined the realm, so be aware. I want to assume that the person who put this sign here is no longer on the realm. I could be wrong, but I'm not 100% sure. And apparently, someone by the name of Tony was here, and he took all my blaze rods. He says, harmless troll. I honestly do not believe it is a legitimate harmless troll, because I went ahead and went to the realm, to the nether, like I said, with Tiger Fighter, and I got some blaze rods, and I got a few other stuff. And so, yeah, all my blaze rods are gone, and I'm not too happy about this, because I want to start doing some brewing. However, the only problem is I don't have nether wart, and I do not have sultan to grow it, because apparently the nether fortress we spawned at did not actually have that, and apparently someone went ahead and spawned a whole bunch of chickens. I don't know who that was, but yeah, so yeah, that's what happened in between episodes. There's actually a lot of other stuff that's going to be going on in between. Why is the water black? I imagine it's because of a bug with one of my texture packs, because sometimes that does end up happening. I'm not entirely sure what causes it. I'm going to ignore it for right now. Alright, so I'm actually going to go ahead and go to spawn, because I have a couple things that I want to go ahead and show you guys. And this should hopefully not take too terribly long. Okay, so over here I went ahead and put together a villager trading hall. Initially it was supposed to end up being a villager breeder. I do eventually want to make an actual villager breeder so we can add people to this. But what's interesting about this is, first off, I have a minecart track that goes all the way over there to some villagers that I have been attempting to breed, like just normally, not with like a legitimate villager breeder, but I've just been breeding them, and it's going very slowly, admittedly. So that minecart track goes through here, and the villagers will come down here. What's interesting is I went ahead and managed to give myself a particular villager. This librarian actually has a mending book trade, so 14 emeralds is not too terribly bad, all things considered. So yeah, so that's that going, and I do eventually want to go ahead and fill this up. So for the rest of the members watching this, yeah, eventually this will end up filling up. If you guys want to help me out with this little project, that would be totally appreciated. So let's go ahead and go over here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and quickly check to see if any of these villagers in these nearby areas are actually legitimately breeding. It does not seem like they are. Not really too huge a problem. I hopefully will be able to get what I need. And also, I actually want to get myself a Fletcher villager because, well, I actually had one earlier. However, fortunately, I accidentally killed him trying to get him out of the minecart, so that is a little bit of a problem. I'm kind of curious, like, have these guys actually been bringing? I know for a fact they did make one little kid, and hold on, I think said little kid may have gotten, yeah, it looks like that little kid may have potentially, yeah, he's over there. Okay, so I do need to go ahead and fix that problem. I don't think that's going to be too hard to fix, but anyway, over here is actually where I'm going to have a spider farm, because this is actually why I need the Fletcher, because apparently Fletchers will trade string for emeralds, which is going to be really nice. And because I'm going to eventually put together this spider farm, well, I'm going to need that. And apparently he will also trade emeralds for a set of arrows, which is going to be really nice. So yeah, this is what I have set down here so far, and this is the actual spider spawner itself that I ended up finding in. Well, I actually already looted the chest, so I can go ahead and pick this up. And what I'm going to be doing off camera is going ahead and setting up this spider spawner so I can go ahead and actually make it a legitimate mob grinder, because that's the whole point of it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do what I can in between episodes. Well, not in between episodes, but in between clips, because this is going to take several days to go ahead and complete. But yeah, so I'll see you guys much later. Obviously later in the week we'll see exactly what I can go ahead and get done. Okay, so it's been several days and I went ahead and got done a ton of stuff. I mean, a ton of stuff. I went ahead and got the spider farm all completely finished. So I figured I'd start things off in this segment in my house, because I wanted to show you guys a few things that have ended up changing. First off, I went ahead and got myself some mending books from the Villager Training Center. So I've got mending on both of my crossbows. I've also put mending on my trident, although the one on my trident I actually technically got from fishing. Not that it really matters too much, it's still mending. Also, so one of my good friends from previous SMPs, MCP, Matt, you guys should know him by now. I told him that I was giving him permission to take down every single oak tree inside of my swamp in case he needed wood, because I did technically say before that I want to eventually turn this into a dark oak swamp, which is actually something I'm still planning on doing. So the fact that he took down all the trees is at least helpful. And yesterday I actually ended up doing a video on the brand new update version of the Pixtail Resource Pack. When I did the first set of clips for this episode, it was not updated, so the trees look incredibly awesome. So yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and go over to the spider farm, because I have a couple of things that I still need to go ahead and get done. So I'm gonna be, I forgot how the sand looks in this new update version of Pixel. This is actually pretty awesome. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to the spider farm and get the last couple things we need to get done actually legitimately done. Okay, so here I am down inside of the spider farm. I actually ended up using a tutorial by someone. I can't actually recall the name of the person who made the tutorial. I'll make sure to have their name on screen. Apologies, I couldn't remember in advance. But yeah, I actually slightly modified it from their tutorial. Not too much though, it still functions as normal. The only modification I made is to this section right here where we actually end up doing the killing, and I have it set up so that if spiders are spawning, I am actually still able to go ahead and go to bed. Technically it is nighttime, but I don't actually know if other people actually want to go to sleep just yet. We'll do that in a moment if people want me to. But I also have this room carved out back here, and this is eventually going to end up being my enchanting room. Obviously I don't have anything in here at the moment, but that will change hopefully in the near future. So yeah, so obviously the spiders, yeah, I can hear the spiders already. They are spawning as of right now. I'm actually going to end up closing this up eventually because I don't actually need to be in there. So yeah, the spiders are now in fact spawning, so it's actually working. I have done a bit of testing to make sure it actually works. And I also happen to have this villager right here. I said previously that I actually had a Fletcher that I was going to use in this farm, and I accidentally killed him. Well, I managed to somehow breed another one, so here he is right here. So I can go ahead and click on him. So I can go ahead and trade 16 string for 1 emerald, which is a bit pricey, but it is what it is. And then 1 emerald for 10 arrows, which is less than I would like it to, but it is what it is again. And I can also go ahead and trade 10 gravel for and 1 emerald for 9 flint, which is actually not too bad, because I actually am raising chickens and killing them so that I can have their feathers as well as their raw meat, because there's actually a villager in the villager trading area that I can trade a raw chicken for in order to get emeralds, which is actually going to be really nice. So having easy access to flint is actually going to be super helpful. And yeah, I want to go ahead and kill these guys, and then I'm going to be heading upstairs because I have a little bit of redstone work that I want to go ahead and get done. So I'm going to be spending a little bit of time here farming some XP. Hopefully I can get a decent amount, as well as getting some string so I can trade in for arrows, and I'll be back in a moment. I don't even know how long this is going to take, to be completely honest. I'm not even sure why I'm going back there, but you know, whatever. Okay, so here's what I want to do as far as redstone is concerned. So I want to go ahead and put a button. I'm assuming if everything's set up, I can probably just go ahead and put this button right here. That should probably work. Yeah, alright. So I'm attempting, oh yeah, I just realized, I can't actually have that stone button. It actually needs to be a wooden, it's not button, pressure plate, because I'm pretty sure I can use this to go ahead, yeah, I can go ahead and activate that pressure plate like that, but I can't do that with a stone pressure plate. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that does not work. That's what I figured. Okay. So I'm going to eventually need to get at least some sort of material back there. So here's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I need to place a block right here, and place down a little bit of redstone dust right there. And also, I'm going to end up having a couple of sticky... Oh, I just realized I don't have enough room in my hotbar. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, so let's put 2 sticky pistons just like that. 2 pieces of stone like that. And so I need to put a piece of redstone dust right there. And here's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I want to go ahead and put down some comparators. I'm going to put down a comparator here, a comparator there, on that like that. Put that there. And then I'm going to go ahead and place down... Actually, no, I have an idea. I'm pretty sure this should end up working. So if I put that there, place a block there, and get a redstone repeater, put that, not in that direction, but I know exactly what I'm doing technically. Alright, so let's go ahead and place that there. There we go. And then go ahead and run a redstone line like this. Alright, so that should potentially work, and I'll go ahead and... Do I have any dirt? I do not. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I just realized this actually needs to end up being inverted. This actually needs to be inverted. I just realized. Okay, it should not be too hard to fix. Now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, but I do still need that the way is that much I do know for a fact. So here's what I'm going to do. So if I were to go ahead and I don't even have red that's some torches on me. That's gonna be a problem. Okay, I need to get materials obviously, so this should hopefully not take too terribly long to set up. I don't know how I managed. I imagine I imagine I know how I managed to forget stuff, because that's something I do on a regular basis. It's not too hard to go and fix in the first place, though. Alright, so if I go ahead, I just realized I have my controller in my way, well, technically my hand, but anyway, I think I've got it figured out at this point. So with that, that should be 100% everything all completely done. I do technically need to go ahead and at least light up this spot right here. So if I go ahead and press that, yeah, that should go ahead and open that up without too much of an issue. So that's at least working. So if I were to go ahead and cover this up, and this is probably eventually going to end up becoming dirt, I imagine. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So if I were to go ahead and take my trident, I do believe if I just throw it into that corner, maybe... Can I not do this with a trident? There we go. So I have to throw it in just the exact right spot. So at least it does function. So that's good to know. So I'm going to just at least test it one more time to make sure it's 100% working correctly. So it seems to be slightly, yeah, it seems to be slightly finicky with that. Although admittedly I do know for a fact it works a little bit better with arrows, because I have done this with arrows before. So if I go ahead and shoot that there, yeah, that does in fact work. So maybe that's probably the best solution for me to go ahead and do it. So that's actually not too bad, all things considered. So, and mainly you guys did not get to see a whole ton of stuff actually get done in this episode, admittedly, and I do apologize for that. That will change in future episodes, but other than that, this is actually where I'm going to go ahead and end off the video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. One more to make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCP0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Studios. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I'll see you guys later.